Welcome in Basketball YouTube channel, Second and 10 Football, and another kind of idea for a project for college football. And college football, there's so many teams, and it's hard to really, you can do a replay of a season of one team, but college football is much more um, accessible to kind of shorter term projects that make it fun. So here's a little fun thing that I do, and we're going to do 1984 again, 40-year anniversary. I've done 84 World Cup, 84 seeded playoff. And this one I think is cool because it's kind of like a real season and how you do this. So we're going to do this tournament here, but we're going to do a random draw. Okay. Um, so everything's random. So I'm going to take the top 32 teams according to Sports Reference SRS rating, okay, from 84. And I'm gonna put them in there, and then they're gonna, and then the AI will figure out who's playing who, and it's a one game playoff. It's an elimination every week. You lose, you're done. Okay, and the idea being, um, I'll call it college football season. It's kind of how the real college football season is. I mean, so much of what happens in college football is based on your schedule. You may have a big game early in the year that really determine, especially back in '84. Okay, now we have the 12 team playoffs and everything like that. You can kind of lose a game or two or three, maybe probably not three, depending on if the SEC. Back in '84, though, you really couldn't lose a game. I mean, if you lost a game, you're pretty much the odds of you winning the national title took a big hit. You lost two, you're definitely gone. And so it really is based on your schedule. You might have a huge game in week three, which is, the game that's really going to determine between those two teams who's going to be the national title. And so this way of doing it kind of mimics that idea going through. So we're going to do this and kind of go through Florida, Nebraska, Washington. It's funny, BYU won the national title, but they're fourth in the SRS rating. It's kind of a weird year for '84. Of course, being a Gamecock fan, the '84 season is a famous one, an infamous one, because the Gamecocks had a chance to be in the mix. They lost to Navy. Um, and that team, that Gamecock team was really good. There have been better Gamecock teams than that team. It just happened they won some games, some close games. Um, and they had it set up where they could have played for a national title, but they lost to Navy. And I mean, I guess if you're a better team, you don't lose. Navy killed them too. It wasn't like it's over a close game. So that's so we'll see the game clocks are in here as well. So BYU's four. These seedings mean nothing. We're not going by. I'm just doing this so I don't miss a team. But you can kind of see in terms of the rankings about who the best teams are in '84. Boston College, Oklahoma State, Florida State, and Oklahoma. Um, and we'll see kind of who gets a tough draw early on. Let's go Florida State. I'm doing that. Oklahoma, Maryland, Auburn. A lot of really good teams in here. A lot of great players in here. Oh, I don't know my alphabet. Oklahoma. Oh, there's Maryland. We'll put them in. I'm kind of going out of order now, but you get the point. Oklahoma, LSU, Ohio State, Tennessee. LSU, Ohio State, Tennessee. I know this is not great video here, but this kind of gives an idea how you set this up and where I went into the tournament mode and even the season. the season mode and so forth. Ohio State, Tennessee, Virginia, South Carolina, Miami. We'll put South Carolina in here. Virginia, the Hurricanes, Jimmy Johnson's first year at Miami. They got a good team too. They could surprise some folks in there. Almost done here. Arkansas, SMU, and Clemson. Let's go up top to Arkansas. We'll go on to Clemson. There they are. SMU. Where are you? There we go. I got 19 teams in now. Um, Georgia, West Virginia, Iowa. So you can go as many teams you want to, too. There's no set limit. I'm doing 32 just because it makes more sense. It's easy. It's balanced. It's the whole deal. If you go more than 32, you've got like 35, then teams will get random buys, and I don't think that's quite fair. I want them all to play the same amount of games, even if they have a tougher schedule early on. Illinois, USC, Georgia Tech. I'm just excited to see where the first games are of the week. That's what I'm looking forward to. And then each week, like it's random again the next week. So the teams that win, they're alive still, and who they'll play is a big deal. Notre Dame, Kentucky Air Force. So this is kind of cool. It's just one more way to play, and you're not having to play a whole season with all these teams. You're kind of pinpointing the 32 best teams have a chance and so forth. Syracuse, Rutgers, Arizona State. Arizona State's right here. Syracuse, where is Syracuse? There it is. Rutgers in there. Rutgers. And one more to go, and that's I believe it was Army. Yes, the cadets from Army. All right, we'll call it college football season tournament because it's kind of like a season feel to it. We'll start this date. I like to kind of start in October. So when's a good? We'll go October 5th, my mom's birthday. Be week one. And then we hit save. And we're going to play in the Rose Bowl. So we're going to have home games all the way through. The teams will have random home games. The last two teams that are left over, we will go to the Rose Bowl, the granddaddy of them all. A little bye week in there. That's fine. It creates the season, adding teams. So I close out of here now. I'm going to play existing season. There it is. Now let's take a look at week one. Let's first go into here. We're going to put injuries on. Home field advantage on start QB with most attempts. So week one, we got Georgia and Ohio State, LSU, Florida. Oh, Florida State and South Carolina. They played actually in '84 for real. So that's a good one there. Iowa, West Virginia, Rutgers, Oklahoma, Nebraska, Arkansas, Oklahoma State, Southern Cal, Georgia Tech, Washington, BC, Notre Dame. How about that? And then Miami, BYU. So BYU national champions in real life. They have Miami first, and they're home in this one. But BYU is kind of a fraudulent champion. But they're 10-point favorites here. But they could have their season end in week one. BC Notre Dame, that's gonna be a great game. Doug Flutie in Notre Dame, right there, getting their season going. So that's just pretty cool. So this is what it is. So you play these games out, and then next week, the 8 winners or the 16 winners, I'm sorry, get matched up in 8 games just randomly. Random who's home, the whole deal. So kind of a pretty cool way of doing things. So, something to check out, something to look at, something to kind of another way to play Section 10 football. It's a great game, great value too. You buy the game, you get all these teams and seasons. You can buy additional seasons for college football as well. All the NFL seasons come for free. The new ones come for free too. So when a new season gets completed, you update the game, you get the new season. So it's a great, great game, great value. Definitely check it out. Thumbs up for me on Section 10 football, a Richard Hanna game. And of course, I love Richard Hanna. Thanks for watching, guys.